Well, that's not the intro. There it is. Hey man, we're still getting used to it. But welcome back to another One-Timers episode, Sunday, 8:30. Hope you guys are ready for a fun episode. We got a cool little episode we got going on here. It won't be an hour long. Don't worry, we're not gonna make it too long. But I want to shout out Plug Talk Sports for giving me this platform, taking me on as a young college student, trying to become a journalist and giving me this route to put my work out there. So go follow them, Plug Talk Sports everywhere, and then go follow me if you don't mind. On Instagram, Blake.Corn. You can find me tagged on the Plug Talk Sports Twitter page. Everywhere if you want to follow me on Twitter. On Instagram, I'll ask a question every week. Give me your opinions on hockey. Give me your thoughts. We're not doing it this week, but we'll get to it. I have something else for the end of the show. A little fun episode to end it. But let's start talking about a little down home. I'm in Florida, big Florida Panthers fan, and the best team in hockey right now is the Florida Panthers. No Barkov. No Tkachuk. They're still the best team. 3-0. Now, has the competition for the 3-0 been the best? No. You start off with Chicago Blackhawks. Bit of a layup. Tough-fought game. We'll talk about how that play style, makes these tough-fought games in a bit. Then let's go look over the Philadelphia Flyers. I went to that game, went to it in person. We were the better team. It wasn't like we were by far the better team. I feel bad for Flyers fans. You guys have no talent. I feel awful. Matvei Michkov had 5 minutes time on ice halfway through the second period because you guys kept getting penalties and kept messing up. So hopefully it'll turn around for you guys. I hope the rebuild over there goes well. But then we play Ottawa. And if you watch the first episode, you know how I feel about Ottawa. I think Ottawa can contend in the East. I think they're a top-tier team, and we did the top-tier teams last year. We spanked them. We rolled them. For some reason, the way we play, when we play these top-tier teams, they don't know what to do because they want to play the nicer hockey. They want to get it to the point, make the passes. We're just like, no, we're throwing it on the boards. Nope, come on, you're chasing us, you're hitting with us. And then, of course, the back lines on the defense for the Florida Panthers, it's ridiculous. Gustav Forsling and Aaron Ekblad's the best defensive pairing in hockey. It has been this will be the 4th year running. So good luck trying to deal with us some more because it's going to get scary. And then I started asking the question, can this team contend without Alexander Barkov? I said no. I said there's no way they can contend without Alexander Barkov. Shit, I think I'm wrong already. I think we're already wrong because watching them in person, watching them on TV, and seeing what these analysts, these former players, and what other teams say about them already early in the season, you don't need the number one superstar. Don't get me wrong. When it comes to playoffs, would it be nice to have Alexander Barkov back? Heck yeah, it would. But you don't need this number one guy. We have a lot of great guys. You don't need a one. Like Edmonton, they have a one. I mean, their two is pretty darn good too. But after the two, it kind of falls off a bit there. But their 1 and 2 are so good they can get them to the cup. Not in Florida. You just have to have guys that, yes, they have talent. We have an abundance of it, but they have to want it. They have to buy in. All the guys are bought in. They're completely bought in. And it is so boring to watch sometimes, but damn, when it's running, it's fun to watch. It is so fun to watch when it's running because I'm watching young teams not being able to keep up with the Panthers. We have guys in their prime, guys just out of time, and they can't keep up. I got old man Petrie looking like he's 32 out there. Looking 32. Because he's skating around the ice. Not running. You're basically running on skates. That's what skating is. He's skating around the ice looking like he's 32 years old at the end of his prime again. But then again, it's 3 games in. It's only 3 games in. So I've react. But let's go look at the Panthers stats real quick. Let's have a quick look at them. And then we'll get into it. Look at this assortment of points. 5 players with 3 points, 5 players with 2 points, 4 players with 1 point, and then we have a couple down here, including Sam Bennett doesn't have a point yet. Well, we won't talk about that today. This is a positive episode. Positive. Look at there's 15 different players on this team through 3 games that already have a point. 15. That is ridiculous to start a year. 15. And they're all equal. There's no crazy outlier, but there's certain guys I want to talk about on this team that I think Barkov would have helped a lot, and it's this man right here, Mackie Samoskevich. Mackie Samoskevich was going to go towards that first line, because I think the Panthers, we love Verhaeghe in Florida. And I think the organization, they love Verhaeghe. He's a winner. That's what he is now at this point. But you're paying him $7.5 million. Is Carter Verhaeghe a $7.5 million player? I don't think so. I don't think he's there. But he's really good. If Mackie Samoskevich becomes a goal scorer on that line, which, by the way, if you've been watching the Panthers, can I see shots on goal? No, and he has 5 against Philly. He has 2 more against Ottawa. He didn't have any against Chicago because he had the short minutes, only 11. But this guy is flying around and trying to get shots on the net, and he's making good passes too. He does have a goal. He just scored a really nice goal right in front of the net. I was a big fan of that. Our other top goal scorers, if they show me, Anton Lundell. Hey, we said Anton Lundell needs to step up into that role that a Barkov could. Sure, would Barkov have two goals and an assist? No, he'd have like 3 assists and a goal maybe, but that's being petty about it. Anton Lundell needs this year. This is his year to show the league, I'm him. I'm that guy. I'm on one of the best contracts in hockey. When it's up, pay me my money. I want my bread. That's what this year is going to be for Anton Lundell. I think, honestly, he should be an all-star this year. If he performs the way we know he can, he gets the minutes he should get with Barkov being out, that man should be an all-star this year. One thing I want to talk about is I have to scroll down to get to it. And real quick, I'll touch on Sergei Bobrovsky. He's looked a bit shaky at times, especially going behind the net and some of the pucks bouncing off him farther. It's just early in the year. I'm not looking too much into that. I'm not too worried. What I am going to look at is this face-off percentage chart. Now, it worries me a bit. You have 2 guys over 50%. Anton Lundell and then Greer. Greer's on the 4th line at 50%. Anton Lundell is your only face-off guy as of right now. That worries me because if Barkov can't come back for the playoffs, face-offs are massive in the playoffs. Just getting the possession's huge, especially for us with how we want to play. We need to have that puck so we can get dumped, so we can so the D-men can come in and be that offensive pressure. If we aren't winning face-offs, that's going to be an issue. So maybe towards the trade deadline, or maybe the guys will start stepping up. But early in the season, the face-offs are definitely an issue for me. And the plus-minus, Gustav Forsling and Aaron Ekblad, +4, +3. Erod's also +3. Aaron Ekblad's looked amazing to start this year. He's aggressive. He looks like Aaron Ekblad from 2021, 2020 that wants to put the puck on the net. And I think he's taking being the only guy with that letter on his shirt on the ice. I think he's taking it serious. Like, you can see there's a different demeanor. He's moving different. He's still the same D-man. He's locking dudes down. But you can see going forward, pushing forward into the offense, he wants that responsibility. And I think that's going to become a big deal for us. I think we're contenders even without Barkov. I'm going to tell you that's my answer. Because if they can play like this and we don't even have Chucky back, you get Chucky in this team. There's your soul. There's a big playmaker right there. That if you can't figure out, maybe the board dump isn't working. Hey, Chucky, make a big pass. Hey, Chucky, put a shot on net. You have it now. Like, it'll be there for the playoffs with Matthew Tkachuk. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. Now, we're going to move into a segment. I don't know if this could be a weekly thing. I'll try to make it a weekly thing because I really like it. We're going to do what's called the Beast of the Week. And this week, there was some contenders for Beast of the Week, but I'm going to be honest with you. For me, there was only one guy. It's Shane Pinto for Beast of the Week. I have it written down. Shane Pinto, you can see right here. 2 games played. He has 4 goals and an assist, 5 points with a +3. What a start to the year for the man. If you know hockey, you know Shane Pinto. He was a second-round pick, first pick in the second round. Shane Pinto's a really good player. He's not, that first line, put him out there every single time. He's not that. He's not that. But he's a really good player. And Jack Eichel also had an amazing week. I want to shout that out. But I have it written down over here. Shane Pinto, 2 games played, 4 goals, 1 assist, the +3, 35 minutes, 42 seconds time on ice. And he's putting up 5 points. And by the way, you can see right here with the opponents, he didn't get Tampa and Florida. Now, Tampa started 0-2. They're giving up some goals. But we all know Tampa. Tampa's a great team. All right, they're going to be there at the end. And he's putting up 4 points against Tampa. He's putting up 2 points against the Panthers, both goals against the Panthers. Very nice goals at that. That's my Beast of the Week, an absolute dog, Shane Pinto. Hopefully, moving forward, he can keep that up because I did say Ottawa was going to go far this year. Moving on. Next, Connor McDavid. I said it on the last podcast. I think McDavid won't resign, and then he'll go to Tampa. I was right and I was wrong. Okay. He did resign. I still think he's going to go to Tampa, though, after 2 years now, because McDavid has a 2-year, $25 million contract with the Oilers, and it's the best contract in hockey. Kirill Kaprizov signed for $17 million average annual. $17 million. And Connor McDavid signed for 12.5. He's taking the pay cut. If he asked for 20, they would have gave it to him. But he's going, you know what? The greats have taken pay cuts to win. Edmonton, I'm going to take that pay cut. We need to win. So I think what this means is McDavid is going to go, you have 2 years. If we don't win a cup in 2 years, I'm gone. And here's the thing is, you have to respect that. He's carried that franchise for so long now. He's brought them to back-to-back cups here. And he just won against better teams both times. He almost got one. He almost beat the Panthers 2 years ago. He got him to 7 after being down 3-0. Just so close. I was looking through this article. Nothing huge, but the one thing that this contract did free up was you got to sign Jake Walman. You got to sign Jake Walman to $7 million average annual over 7 years. Well, there's a defenseman. That's why you take this pay cut, so you can get a good defenseman like Jake Walman locked in long term. And now you have Jake Walman locked in long term. Does that mean that, McDavid isn't going to, probably ask for more money if they win the cup? If they win the cup, McDavid is going to ask for everything. He has his cup now. He's good. Right? He has his cup. Everyone knows he's the best player in the league. Everyone knows he's the superstar. He is that guy. He's not the face of the league. I think Matthew Tkachuk is the face of the league. It's a great face to have in South Florida. But it would worry me if I was an Edmonton fan, because if you don't win a cup in 2 years, you're almost starting over. Now, Leon Draisaitl is amazing. He's locked in long term, but is Leon Draisaitl alone going to win you a cup? No, it's not. Does that mean you throw it all away? You sell house? No. Luckily, with the salary cap turning, he's signed this contract because the salary cap will go up also. That could be another reason. But if he goes, that's 12.5 for, let's say he was going to ask for 15.5 for his next contract. All right, that's 15.5 million to go sign new guys to actually make a deep roster. I don't think this kills Edmonton if he leaves. I really don't now. The more I've looked into it. It does worry me, though, for the Panthers, because I really do think the only place he'll go outside of Edmonton is Tampa. The team is there. It would imagine McDavid and Kucherov not on the same line, but playing. You get Kucherov off the ice. Finally, all right, we got Kucherov. We didn't give up a goal. Oh, McDavid. Oh, Kucherov. Imagine Connor McDavid passing to Braden Point. Oh, man. No, I don't like to think about it. I mean, it'd be really cool to think about, but I don't want to think about it. We're moving pretty quick here. I'm actually moving a lot quicker than I thought, because I'm already at my C block, and because my blocks weren't that long. But I can milk this C block a little bit, and this is the fun part. I'm looking forward to this part. Go Panthers! I told you. I see you, Jonka, putting that in the comment. Appreciate that. This is the part that I'm gonna really enjoy, because we'll remove that. We'll get me back on the screen, because when you do these podcasts, these talks, you want to know the person. You want to know what the person is. You want to know what they think, what they feel, and you can tell a lot about a person by who they think the best players are. Well, we're gonna do a pyramid. Who are the top 10 active players in hockey? Barkov is not on this list because he's not active. He's currently injured. I want that to be out there, because I don't want to do this list and Barkov not be on there and go, yo, this dude doesn't know jack. Like, come on. He's not active. He's not on the list. So let's go. The Pyramid of Superstars. We'll come up with a better name. I promise. I will. I put this together in 30 minutes. All right. Pyramid of Superstars. Coming in at number 10. Best player in hockey on my list. Jack Eichel. Coming in at number 10. Now, I'll be honest, when I was doing this, I thought I started with Jack Eichel higher than 10. And then I kind of just, look up more players, think about more players, all this. I did my research, I promise. There was 9 guys I thought I were ahead of him. Now that could change. He's already starting the season amazing, right? He already looks great. He leads the league in goals already. But I think I have 9 guys better than him, but that doesn't mean that Jack Eichel couldn't end this year as number 4. Like, the more I do this, he could end at 4 possibly. So Jack Eichel will start the year as number 10. Moving to 9, Sam Reinhart. Now, this could be high. But let me talk. As a Panthers fan, let me talk. This could be biased, but let me talk. When you're the best goal scorer on a back-to-back cup team, that has to mean something. It has to mean something. And not only is he the best goal scorer back-to-back, he placed second in the Selke last year as the best forward defenseman. He placed second. So if he is the best goal scorer on a team that wins titles, he's the second best forward defenseman in the league, you have to put him in the top 10. You have to. Could I maybe have put him at 10? Yeah, but he's earned enough respect now in this league to me that he deserves to be at number 3. I mean, whoa. Sorry, I saw on my slides number. He deserves to be at 9. My fault. Let's move to 8. Number 8, Mikko Rantanen. God, I love that he screwed over Carolina. He didn't screw him over. They actually got a good return from him, but he goes to Colorado and goes, guys, I want this. They said no, right? They said no, we'll give you this. He didn't want that. He wanted more. All right, you're a player. That's all up to you. He's a very great player too. So he gets traded to Carolina. You know, he's playing really good at Carolina. He's not top form, but he's playing really good. Then he goes to Dallas. Everyone knows how good Mikko Rantanen is already as a goal scorer. He goes to Dallas. And my God, was he not the best player in the playoffs for 2.5 rounds? Was he not? Holy, he was awesome. He was awesome. He bumped out his old boys over in Colorado, took him out the playoffs, scored the winning goal to take him out. Crap, the other day, he actually scored the winning goal in the shootout against Colorado again. He's not a unicorn, right? But he scores in big moments. He's done it his whole career. He's going to keep doing it in Dallas, which scares the crap out of me because they're the best team in the West. If they put it together for a month and a half, they're going to win a cup. So I'm a little worried about them, right? I'm not the most confident about them, but hey, let's move over to 7. Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes is my number 7. Now, he's the first defenseman on this list, and he's not the last. Quinn Hughes is a worse version, not worse. That's a rude term. That's a rude term to describe Quinn Hughes in any sense of the word. He's a not as good version of Cale Makar, right? I think that's very fair to say. I don't think that's rude to say. It's hard to beat Cale Makar. He's one of the best passers in hockey. Not defenseman passer, one of the best passers in hockey, right? He has a slapper on him. He's good at defense, right? He can move around. He's fast. He's agile. He's quick. He knows where to be also, right? You know, my one issue with Gustav Forsling with the Panthers is he's such a good athlete. He's kind of out of position sometimes, and he has to catch up. We saw in the Stanley Cup final last year that if you're a defenseman, even with this great athleticism, if you're just out of your position this much, McDavid can go right around you. I don't see McDavid go around Quinn Hughes very often. McDavid makes great plays against Quinn Hughes, but he doesn't go around him very often because Quinn Hughes is not just quick, agile, athletic. He also knows where to be at all times. So I'm a big Quinn Hughes guy. Could this have been a higher ranking? Sure, but I'm very happy with where I have him on this list. Let's move now to number 6. He could have been higher, but he hasn't performed in the damn playoffs. Connor Hellebuyck. Vezina last year. He's been the best goalie in hockey for 2 years. By far, it hasn't even been a question who was the best goalie in hockey. The only reason you had to question is because this dude sucks in the playoffs. Sucks. I mean, who would we describe Connor Hellebuyck? He looks like Georgiev. In the playoffs, he looks like Georgiev. That's what he looks like. It's gross. It's hard to watch. It's hard to see someone just pulling into my driveway. It's hard to see someone that is such high stature in what he does in the regular season. He doesn't need to even expand his game in the playoffs. He just plays how he does in the regular season. They'll win a cup in Winnipeg. No, he just needs to play the same, but he plays so far below his capabilities. It's wild. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a pressure thing. I don't know if it's a lights, like lights are too bright, or people start moving that little bit extra fast and it gets to him. I don't know, but he needs to figure it out. Moving on from Hellebuyck, moving up to number 5 is Nikita Kucherov. Now, last year there was some disrespect coming out around Nikita Kucherov, and I don't know why. Because they're going, oh, you don't feel his presence while watching the game. What? This dude's been top 5 in points the last what, 5 years? I think more than that. Like, this guy is putting up ungodly numbers year after year after year. And we're like, oh, these guys on TNT, I don't feel like I see him doing it. He doesn't run the game like a McKinnon, like a McDavid, like a Draisaitl. What? Yes, he does. He's just not the most flashy player out there. He doesn't look the most flashy. That's it. That's the only difference. And you just got to get over that he's not the most flashy, right? Like when Tim Duncan was playing basketball, was Tim Duncan a top 10 player? Yeah. Wasn't flashy at all. Like, get over yourselves. The people that think that, and I might be overreacting to the TV aspect of it, how TNT talks about it, and that might not be how most people think about it, right? But that's how I feel, because I've seen this guy in person. I've watched him bump my team out the playoffs. It's hard to watch, right? Let's move forward to 4. Nathan MacKinnon. Nate Mack at 4. Now, this is interesting, because I think 2 through 4, you could put it any way you want. Any way you want, you can have 2 through 4, and I can't argue it. Because 2 through 4 are so close. Now, Nathan MacKinnon is, God, is he an Iron Man? Is he, like, he's a, they say running backs in the NFL, they're a bell cow. He's the definition of a bell cow hockey player. He leads the league in minutes as a forward every year. He doesn't slow down in the playoffs. He gets better. And he's fast. He's quick. He moves. But he's also thick and he's strong. This guy is one of the best athletes in hockey, mixed with having the knack of finding the goal, knowing where everyone is, right? When you see him on the ice, you go, shit, that's going to be a goal now. That's what you think the whole time. And I can't blame you if you put him higher, but I'm going to be honest. I have this guy higher. On his own team, I have Cale Makar 3. He's the best defenseman in hockey, and I don't think of course, there's no question in my mind if he's the best defenseman in hockey. I think the question for him is 2 or 3, not 3 or 4. I think he's better than McKinnon. I think he means more to that team than McKinnon. And I'll be honest with you, this is a hot take. If the league ended, it stopped today. They stopped. And they go, everyone, we're doing a fantasy draft, right? And whoever gets the first overall pick, right? If they took Cale Makar, I wouldn't be mad, because you can build a team around Makar because he does everything. He's maybe not the surest guy in the back line, right? No one will claim that he's the surest guy in the back line, but he's definitely good enough on the back line. But you know what he is? He would be the 3rd best forward in hockey if he played a forward position. He's the best point man in hockey. He has a crazy one-timer and a wrister too. He's throwing these wrist shots on top corner. And this guy is ridiculous. And he's also, I think he has the quickest feet in hockey. The way he steps. Now, McDavid, it's ridiculous how fast he is, right? He gets so much power and his feet are so fast. I think Makar's the only guy that can side to side keep up with him. Maybe not in a straight line, but I think side to side he can keep up with him. He's the best defenseman in hockey. He's the best player on the Colorado Avalanche. He is the cornerstone of a franchise. And if you took him number 1 in a fantasy draft, I wouldn't agree, but I wouldn't be mad at you, because you can build anything you want around him because he'll fit in the system, but you can also make him the system. And that's what they do in Colorado, and it works pretty darn well. Number 2, Leon Draisaitl. Leon's number 2. Now, we saw last year without McDavid, Leon Draisaitl was the best player in hockey. I don't think that was much of a question. I think he was pretty clear the best player in hockey without McDavid being there for some time. And then we watched in the playoffs, he was still there. He's still scoring goals. He's still this electrifying talent. And he also has one of the best shots in hockey, that basically behind the net one-timer. It's ridiculous, and he shelves it every single time, it feels like. Whenever I see him on the ice and he gets the puck, I think he's going to score. Not get a point, not be the second assist, not be the primary assist. No, I think he's actually just going to score the goal. You heard me say it earlier with this Edmonton team. If he was your best player, could you win the title straight up? No. But if McDavid was gone, can you build the pieces around him that could probably make him, that could probably get him to a cup and maybe even win it? They get lucky. Yeah, I really do. I really do. Now, McDavid can't, you'd have to build the right pieces. You have to get better depth. You have to if you were Edmonton. But number one, it's McJesus. Edmonton's Lord and Savior. The Holy One. Connor McDavid, the best player in hockey. It's not close. It's by a mile. You've heard my comments. I think the best player to ever put on a pair of skates is Connor McDavid. He single-handedly has carried a team to a Stanley Cup. Not last year, year before that. I think he basically single-handedly carried that team to a Stanley Cup. Last year was a lot more team-oriented, but then you go look at the stats and you go, oh, Connor McDavid was actually doing everything still. The only questions I ever had about McDavid was, because in the regular season, hey, is Connor McDavid's defense up to par? I hope you guys watched him as much in the playoffs as I did with my friends, with people that also love hockey, that talk about it, that learn about hockey. Yeah, he's one of the best defensive forwards in the league if he locks in. Yeah, because it happened in the playoffs because he's so fast and so quick side to side, you can't get around him, and he keeps the stick on the ice the whole time. And Edmonton, with the talent that they have with Evan Bouchard, Draisaitl on that team, their power play is literally give it to McDavid, let him go full speed. And you can't stop it. You can't stop it. He gets through every single time. Trust me, I know. I watched it for 2 straight years in the cup. You can't stop it. It's ridiculous. There's no one else in hockey that you can put on a team from scratch and go, that should be the favorite to win the cup because he's there. The only reason he's not the favorite to win the cup is because you got a juggernaut on the opposite side of the continent. It's the only reason. I don't think they'll make it to the cup this year because they've been twice, they've lost twice. I don't think they can do it 3 straight years in a row. But damn, is he good. And I don't think you're going to find him another better player in hockey. Now, let me go back to our normal screen. There we go. The last thing I had here, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know there's one player not on there that some people will think should be on there. Well, there's probably 2. I would say if you want Austin Matthews up there, you're wrong, but okay. And then who's another one? Who was the other one? Oh my God, he just went to Vegas and I can't get his name off the top of my head. Holy crap. Mitch Marner, there we go. And Mitch Marner, I think Mitch Marner has a better case to be up there than Austin Matthews. That's just me. But no, Jack Eichel is better. Sam Reinhart's better. I think it's very fair what I said. Yeah, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. That's all I got. I thought I was going to spend a lot more time jibber jabbing. No, I did not. I wanted this to be a 45-minute episode. It's going to end at 30. It looks like right now at 29:10. So I apologize for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was, it was fun to do the little top 10, the Pyramid of Superstars. I'll figure out a better name, and I'll try to edit it a bit cleaner next time. Shane Pinto, our Beast of the Week. Shout out to Shane Pinto. Hopefully next week we have a new and improved Beast of the Week. Once again, go follow Plug Talk Sports everywhere. They've given me this platform. I'm really thankful for it. They've been awesome to me. They let me write. I have an article that went out today. How do the Miami Dolphins reset from this? I think it's my best work. I basically did a 2-year plan for the Dolphins on how to start the rebuild. So if you want to go watch that, that's some Miami Dolphins stuff if you want to see that. And then go follow me on Instagram. I'd appreciate it. I'd like to follow. It's a private account, so I got to accept it because I don't want any creeps going into my Instagram page. But I post on my story every week asking you guys what are some hockey opinions. Tell me, what do you think? What are your opinions on the game of hockey? And you can tell me and I'll put them on the show. Alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Have a great day.